then I know for a fact that they're getting on auto delivery versus just getting a retail customer. Because a lot of times people see that ADO or that auto delivery and they're like, what is this? Like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to sign up for something because they're so used to having to like when they hear auto delivery, they think like, oh no, this isn't good. So I personally get their information. I get their name, their address, their email address, their cell phone number, and their credit card information. And if it's through Facebook Messenger, which a lot of my people are through Facebook Messenger, excuse me, a lot of people don't have, they have, I won't say a lot of people, I would say there's 10% that have an issue with sending their credit card information over Facebook Messenger. So in that, in those type of people, I always at the very end say, if you're more comfortable with sending me that information, and I give them my cell phone number so that they can call me or text me that information. I had a girl, which was so smart, didn't even think about this before, but she, you know, those voice text, she voice texts me her credit card information. So then it goes away. Like as soon as you listen to it, then it goes away. So, so that is how I do it. I set it all up for them. And every once in a while I'll get like a rare one that's just like, oh, I just went to your website. I found you on your website and I ordered. Those type of people, great, whatever. But I tend to personally put people in.
Okay, thanks. Lisa, you have anything else you want to share?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I do the exact same thing. And if I don't mind using Sarah as an example, Sarah would do it on her own. I told her exactly what to do, and I gave her username and password. And she did. So, and the reason is because I personally love to do it on my own. To me, it's a customer service thing. I like to be able to connect with people in advance and say, by the way, your next ADO is coming up. Is there something that you'd like to change? Do you want to, do you need to delay it? And that it gives you another opportunity to chat with the person. What I do is I get all of their information. I put it on an index card. I'm an old-fashioned kind of gal. I have my file folder and I have all of my customers that I've ever had. I even have a prospect card. So on the card, of course, is all their information, their address. I I like to write down what they got each month too. I have my little symbols for everything. And then what I do is I will write, if it's a MasterCard, I'll put MC, the last four numbers of the credit card, the expiration date, and the CCV code, okay, on the card. So in case they want to do a promo, we need to have that number. So I don't have to call them and ask for them again. So, but I keep these, I used to keep them in a file like 1 to 22 and then 23 to the end of the month. And I tried to keep them in order and check them. Now I found the best way to do it is to keep these cards in alphabetical order. And this is kind of going with follow-up, I guess, keeping them all in order by alphabet. And then I check every single couple of days my PC's order in the back office. And I look at whose orders are coming close. And then I also have started in my book to start writing, check on Heather, check on so-and-so. So I have a list several days before the order is supposed to come out with their name there. So I know to give them a call or to text them. And be honestly, it's usually a text.
Good, great, thanks. Marilou, do you have anything you want to, I'm going to finish with you on this question and then I'm going to start with you on the next. So because it seems like a lot of the things that we do, we all do together. That way you'll have a fresh start with the second question. But as far as onboarding.
Yeah, no, so generally I do the same thing. There's a lot of background noise and I'm distracted.
Wait, let me shut, it's me.
I got her.
Okay, sorry. So can you hear me clearly though?
Okay.
Because I was having a hard time with my Wi-Fi. So I do the same thing. Customer service is huge. And I explain, without getting into it too much, I explain the select shipping because I just did that with all the ProLux and I did sign up a lot of new customers with the ProLux. And basically, they want to know, is this going to be an auto delivery? Is this a monthly? So I had to just explain the difference between you being able to select the products. You're not stuck ever to do monthly. So I think it's huge for them to know, and reassuring to know, that they're not going to get stuck with a monthly order that they cannot control over, and it's just going to recur. So from the start, I tell them that I manage a good 98.5% of my customer base. I could tell you that from the very start, since I've been doing this, I probably have had 2 PCs that are still currently ordering, that they did it themselves. And you know, they went in, they saw my website, they got in there, but with the back and forth, that you want to make sure, I tell them, you want to make sure that you pick the cheapest price on there, because it's retail versus you're going to become my preferred customer. And I will service you. If you have any questions, you could always reach out to me. And otherwise, you know, if you did it yourself, and that, I mean, that goes with now with the Prolux, where I'm texting them and telling them, I'm sure you've seen my post, but if you haven't, we've got this wonderful hair care products. You control your account. So I cannot go in there to order for you, but if you would like help and how to find the ordering part, I can talk you through it. That's yeah. So that's how I do it.
Yeah, some of you we've got other questions coming up, and some of you already answered some of them. But for those of you that are just jumping on, let me tell you what we're doing tonight. I've set up a panel with Marilu and Lisa and Kayla. Every month consecutively for a long time, they have earned over 3,000 or more in personal sales volume, which is a great bonus to get. You get an extra 15% on that sale, every sale that you do. And if it's a new order, you're going to get 35% on that new order of business that you just put through. So it's really great to strive first for your goal to be over 300 when you first start, but then to reach for the stars and get your 1,500 in personal sales, because you get an extra 10%. And then anything over 3,000 or more, you get 15% in personal sales. And I said, that's like over the moon. So reach for the stars and then jump over the moon, because it is a great, great bonus to get. So the next question, oh, my phone. Okay, the next question is, and some of you answered some of this, but Marilu, I'm going to start with you, so they don't answer first.
Sure.
And it'll be harder for them. The top tips to get customers to purchase. This is your top tip to get customers to purchase the second month. How do you get your customers to purchase the second month?
Well, I talk about the loyalty program not right to say when we're in a process of sign up. I tell them that first you have the option to get your products every month. You are not married to that, but there are perks to having your second month. And then I get into the, if you're new to the products, 90 days, give it 90 days. You always have the option to, and I nobody has ever really done this, but I give them the 30-day money back guarantee. I'm not one to sample. I will tell you that right now. I do not like to sample. I get the sale. Follow-up is on everything, but I do better with try it from the company. And rather than me giving them the sample for the 4 nights of Night Queen. But I basically talk about for the optimal results and getting into, I only used it twice a week, so it didn't work for me. I get into the using the products consistently. So therefore, go for the 90 days. The 2 months for you, you will never really get any products for free, right? So think of it as you're paying for your first 2 months for free. The third month, you're paying for the first 2 months, and then the third month, if you really didn't like it, if you're using the same products, return them. The company will give you back your money. And so that's how I get them to get into listening, and then obviously checking in with them, customer service again, checking in to see that they didn't break out. I have had where I checked in and they didn't get back to me, and then into the second month they had some questions, but this is when I go back to, you have my cell phone. You could have called me and asked me that you weren't sure how to use it. So, but yeah, so that's how I get them into the second. Really.
Lisa, how about you? How do you get them to purchase the
Same
second
thing.
month?
That's all right. Exact same thing. But what I also do is you always get the person that says, well, I don't need any more this month. I think I have plenty. They don't even know. They don't have enough, but they think they still have some. So what I will at that point try and do is mention another product that it goes well with it, because the products do work beautifully by themselves, but they work amazing when you put them with something else. So for example, if they had gotten the night cream, I might suggest the Illuma Boost, or making sure they, if they got eye serum, well, how about trying the eye patches and something else? So if they definitely do not want the same thing the next month, and the 10% is not really encouraging them, then I try and give an alternative that would go well with that product. Or even better, just thinking about that now, as you were going for the sale and you're in your original conversation, what we should be doing is asking what their major concerns are with their skin or their hair or their wellness. Put that on the card. So if they write down, I wish I had, I have digestive issues, and they only bought night cream, then you can go back. When we spoke, you mentioned something about digestive issues. We have an amazing Prolistic. You might want to think about trying that. So
great. Thanks.
I got to remember that one. Okay.
Write it down. Kayla, how about you? Tips to get your customers to purchase the second month round.
So first off, I don't say anything about select shipping in the beginning. I don't say a single thing about it. When I sign them up, and they don't know any different. I tell them I'm getting it for them at the cheapest price, and that's all they need to know at that point in time. So then after that, I stay in contact with them. As soon as I feel like that honestly is the key, is to stay in contact with them, because if you get the purchase, you're so excited and you just take your hands off the wheel, then you don't know if they use the product. You don't know if they're using it correctly. You don't know if they're getting the results that they want. You don't know if they sent their product back already because they don't like it. Like, you have no information. So it's better to communicate with them, I feel like, than to not. So honestly, if they feel part of something, they seem to want to purchase a second month. If they feel a part of you, if they feel connected, then they seem to want to continue to purchase from you. So I send them this. It's in your chat box. I send them this the day that they purchase, and I let them know that they have been invited to my VIP Facebook group, which is called A Healthier, Happier, Better You. And basically I let them know that in this group, they're going to be I occasionally will do giveaways. I'll do discounts on things, but I keep them up to date on the latest in anti-aging. And then I remind them to take their before pictures in that text message. I mean, as soon as they purchase from me and I put the order in, this is what I send to them. With the link to my Healthier, Happier, Better You, because then they get to see and experience more products. So if they just found me because of my Firm picture, then all they think that I have is Firm. But if I can get them involved in a group like this, then they find out more products and they can see more things and they can experience more things. I'll invite them to a Facebook party, just stuff like that. Because if they see that we have, like Lisa said, if they see that we have more product than just the Firm, then they're more likely to purchase. Now, as far as like letting them know when they have select shipping, so usually about 3 days before their order goes through, which I did this today, I send them this message, which I just did today. So 3 days before, and let me just give you a tip. Don't send this earlier than 3 days, because what happens is they hear that their next product is coming out and they still have half a bottle left. So they think, I don't need it. So if you can convey the message like 3 days before, hey, just so you know, like whatever. That is what I sent. That's the exact thing that I sent out today.
Kayla, can you read that? Because not everybody is opening the chat to see it.
Sure. It says the first one or the second one or both?
The second. I don't know. Second one.
Okay. So what I send is, hey, Kate, just want to let you know you're currently signed up for select shipping. That means you can change what you order this month, delay it, or cancel it at any time. Your next shipment is scheduled to go out on 5/23. Just wanted to remind you, you do get 10% off this month and every month after if you continue to order. Also, the special going on this month is if you spend over $150, you get free shipping and a free sunscreen valued at $44. Plus, Neora will give a free sunscreen to a frontline worker on your behalf. If you need help knowing what to order next, let me know. I can point you in the right direction. So that's what I send to them. And like I said, I really think that getting them involved in that healthier, happier, better you is my key. Like just keeping them encouraged and up to date on what all we're doing, I feel like is the biggest thing.
Thanks. Kayla has her own group for her customers. Meryl, some of you have your own customer groups and your own VIP group. Meryl Lou has one of her own. These gals all have lots and lots of customers. I have one too for mine. If you do not, and you do not have to save yourself time with posting, Mary has with 7 other NMDs, and I'm a part of it, has collaboratively put a group together called In and Win. I would encourage you, if you don't want to have your own customer group page where you have to post and do giveaways, we give giveaways every 2 weeks. I just gave away a bottle of Firm 2 weeks ago, and this week I'm not sure what the giveaway is, but it's called In and Win, INAND, Win, the group. Look it up. Put your customers in there. Nobody's going to steal them from you. It's a great group. The NMDs monitor it and make sure, like, if somebody's asking a question or if somebody wants to order, we see that and it tells us who added them to the group. So Kayla was talking about her group, so I just want to clarify that. Back to the question for the panel. One of the things that I do, I'm old-fashioned because of my age, and I like to do handwritten things. So I write a handwritten note to every one of my new customers when they come in and they purchase from me. So right now I'm busy writing all these notes for all my ProLux orders and everything. And in that note, I put a thank you in there, and it says, thank you for their loyalty. Now, it says loyalty, and they've only given me 1 order, but this is planting a seed for their loyalty. I'm telling them they're going to be a loyal customer. So that's why I give them this card, and it says scratch below to win. And in there, I write 10% off your next order, or no, 10% off next month's order. Because if they order next month, the company gives them 10% off. I don't need to give them 10% off. The company gives them 10% off. So you can do anything you want on these little cards. I'll give you the little place where I order them from. It's called unicornsmiles.com. Unicornsmiles.com is where I get these cards from. So I just do a little handwritten note. That has helped me to build my customer base. Everybody loves, when I get a thank you note in the mail, it's really special. I keep it on my desk I just got one from Lisa not too long ago. That card is still on my desk. You know, I don't get rid of my handwritten thank you notes. So handwritten notes these days mean a lot. So that was my little tip for customers. Okay, let's see. The next question, and we'll go to Mary Lou on this. And I think Lisa did do some of this, but if you want to add to it, you can. Your ongoing system for follow-up and how you monthly track your customers. What do you do to track your customers?
So I do, I'm big on writing as well. And, you just reminded me yesterday, I have had this box. So I was working on this today because it was a good time because I sold a lot of ProLuxes, and besides the ProLux, I got some big orders on dermal products as well. So I started to do the same thing, but you know where I've kept them? I've kept them in a book, and it's overwhelming for me now. And it's actually outside because I shifted and I was working out there today. And my husband just looked at me. I'm like, oh my goodness, that book, it's like so valuable. I've got and it's not in alphabetical order, and it was driving me crazy after ProLux sale. And I'm thinking, I know that I've got their credit card, but when you're writing them in a notebook or even on your book, because I think this is my we all got this, the Freedom Mastery calendar book, which is pretty, I think it's pretty decent. Karen was the one who started us with this. This is probably my 4th one. And I write everything here as well. So I cannot throw away the old one because I also have customers' information in there. So it got overwhelming for me. So I started this. So Lisa, I used to do this with Arbonne, and I had printed them out, but I had printed what information I needed in there. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting their, obviously their password is pretty much all the same. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but they're all pretty much the same. But if I have signed up their husband, like this time, yeah, I want it for my mother, or I want it for Brooke, or whatever. So I make a note of that. But on here is their credit card information with that CVV on there, because you need that CVV, you guys, for all the promos that we've had. If they've given you their credit card, which we have a handle of all that, the numbers, how do you safely keep them? And we're not supposed to be keeping them because they want to know what's happened to them, right? I have now on the index card, and this is going to stay put in this box. And I do have them in alphabetical order. And going back to how you track who to follow up, first thing of the month, I think, and I hope that everybody's doing that, print out, go to your report and print out your report on your preferred customers, and pretty much know when their order is going to process again. Mm-hmm. And we're not perfect, some slips, but this is why you need to have to be so meticulous in how you track.
Thanks.
When their orders are coming
Lisa,
in.
do you want to add anything to that? Because I think you're pretty much, Mary Lou, and I and Paula pretty much do the same system. Whoops, you're muted. Unmute yourself, Lisa.
You're muted.
Yeah, I was being a good doobie because there was a lot of noise. Okay, no, there's just one thing that I wrote down that I wanted to do is that, because I do the same thing with the thank you notes. In the thank you notes, I do include, I send them their passwords and all the information. I do fill in, let them know that they will get a discount next month if they do order. So I do what Kayla does, but I do it in my thank you card. And also what I like to do, if it's especially a new customer or someone who's tried something new, right after I think they received it or close to it, I will send a how to use video, whatever it is. Yep. And that way they at least they can sample, because I can't tell you how many times some people say they don't know how to use the night cream, or they use it wrong. So that's why our Go Prospect is so important, because it's a wealth of information, and you can send it out right away. That's it.
Thanks. Kayla.
So I do it a little different.
Because you're younger than we are.
Of course. I don't have a file folder full of index cards.
But let me just tell you, she is my top sales leader every month. So she's younger.
I don't, because my 2-year-old would get into that and it would be all over the floor, and I can't with all that. So these are all really good ideas, though. I'm in my head like, man, I really should have had.
Listen, Kayla, you're like 30 years younger than us, and I'm sure you could keep it all here. But
no. So what I do is, first off, people are sending you their credit card information, so don't delete your text message. It's right there. Mm-hmm. And 2, what I do is on Monday mornings, I go into my report center and I look through who's going to be shipping out for the week, and I write down a little sticky note. And throughout the week, I send messages out, letting them know who's ordering what and what's happening, and keeping them up to date. And I do it week by week, because, like I said, if you do it too early, then there's a likelihood that they're not going to repeat the order. So I would say normally, like for brand new people, I stay up to date with them on a weekly basis. So I want to make sure they got their product. I want to make sure they know how to use it right. I send those how-to videos all the time, Lisa. I love them. So do I. I realized, though, the other day, because I had a lot of night day and face wash users from my face. So I realized the other day that there isn't a how-to for all three of them. Like, here's how you use all three of these. So I think I might shoot a video like sometime this week, just for me, of like my nighttime routine so people can see it. Because I was like, I wanted to send that out to people so that they could see it, but I had to write it all out because there isn't a like how-to for all of it. So anyway, that's just, I digress. So so I do mine all in my report center. I print out the reports, my PC report, and you can change the date, the start date, so you know who's going where. And I usually follow up with them weekly if they're brand new. And I usually only follow up with them for the first 2 months. I don't follow up with every single one of my customers. I have way too many to do that. And so the first 2 months that they order, I will follow up with them and I'll send them that exact message. Like, hey, you know, this is, I follow up with them as far as like their first 2 months. And then after that, they pretty much have it together. They pretty much know the system. They pretty much know how it's going to work. And I send them something like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, if you ever need to change, I'm going to keep this running. If you ever need to change it, if you ever need to get a hold of me to change it, it's super easy. Just text me. And I mean, they're still a part of the group. They're still like, I'm still keeping in contact with them, but I am not messaging them every single month and asking them what they want and what I can change it out to and all of that. Unless I know for a fact, like I have some customers that they want me to change it every month. Like they buy night cream one month, they buy eye serum the next month, just because it's cheaper for them that way. So those customers I will reach out to, but no, I don't send messages out every week.
Okay, thanks. Okay, last question, and then we'll open it up for questions with everybody. What do you use to cross-sell or upsell customers? Wait, let me read this again. What do you use to cross-sell or upsell customers on other products? So Lisa, we'll start with you, and then we'll go to Mary Lou and end with Kayla. How do you upsell some of your customers?
And I knew you'd go with me first because I would have said, I do that. Because to be honest with you, this is someplace that I need to work on, because I am one that sometimes I'm afraid to try and upsell, just because that's just me, and I shouldn't. Because I'll give you an example. I had a customer just about a week ago said all she could afford was the day and the night. And so I was panicking, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I texted her and I said, all right, this is going to be the cost of those two things. But if you don't mind, and I'm not trying to push, and I literally said, I'm not trying to push a sale on you, but if you add the cleanser to that, it's going to cost X. So basically you're only paying $23 for the cleanser. And she said, okay. So, you know, to me, if you're someone as close to that 150, then just make one little recommendation, and you can say, I'm not trying to get more of a sale from you, but I just think this is the better deal for you, and let it go with that. And then I'm going to listen to everybody else, because I know it's one of my weaknesses. So.
Okay, Mary Lou.
Oh, I'm pretty good at upselling.
Yeah, I know you are. Just one or two tips, because I know it's getting late.
I know. Just to go back to your thank yous, I do that. That's the first thing that I do. I just wanted to let everybody know that. I especially for first customers, I send them a nice thank you note, and I do write their password and things like that. But they know that I manage their accounts, and they're quite happy for me to manage their accounts. So I'm just going to tell you a story quickly, because this happened a couple of weeks ago, right, Karen? So I did a customer appreciation Facebook virtual whatever thing that we've been doing now, and the one customer that I had, and she hasn't ordered in a long time, she says, I'm really interested in the cleanser. I haven't tried the cleanser. Now, she was my customer when we had the Nerium, the Oleander Nerium. And so I said, you know, I don't think you've even tried our Age IQ. And she's like, well, I'm really interested in the cleanser. Well, long story short, we went from the cleanser, and she was ready to just get the cleanser. And I said, you know, there is the get one give one promo this month, and you could get the get one give one, and this would qualify if you add the night and day. Now, you guys, $31 for the cleanser, right? Add the night and day, I wound up from $31 to $171, and she's getting the sunscreen. I
Ask for the sale.
ask for the sale. You have nothing to lose.
Right.
All I could say is, no, I can't afford it, and I'm sticking with that. Or, I mean, just the other night, again, the same thing. I want everything that, like, well, I heard you talk about something for sleep. And then she talked about mood. And I was being nice because she was ordering the Prolux. I already got her on the night and day and the cleanser. She wants the wellness chews as well. I'm like, oh, should I throw in the EHT? Oh my gosh, I should just sign her up. And this is what I was back and forth with you. But it's the first time. And I didn't want to go there because she has been watching me. And you don't want to scare them, number one. You really want to just be sensitive to
Right.
now, and at the same time, give them great customer service.
That's right. Thank you. Kayla, before you get started, I want you to tell them, because you've been doing this almost as long as I have, but you've had customers that are still with you from the beginning, but you also makes me jealous because some of your customer orders are way bigger than mine. So you're great at upselling. So your highest, and every month, this person, you know who I'm talking about, orders from you. And now she's adding Prolux to her order. So what is her monthly order every month that she buys from you?
Before Prolux, it was $400.
Every month.
Oh my God.
So before Kayla starts talking, what I want, and she can tell you about someone that told them what their vitamin bill every month was from ordering online before she started buying New York, and it wasn't even this customer. I want you to know that people buy nutritional products. If they're not buying them from you, most likely they're buying them somewhere else. So my biggest upsell is our nutrition. Kayla's probably going to talk about that. My next biggest thing is to just inform them, just let them know. So Kayla, I'll let you talk about it because you have huge customer orders every month. And they're not $31 face wash. She doesn't have anybody under probably $100. They're all $100 or more. Yep. So and she's young and she doesn't have wrinkles like we do, but she knows how to sell this stuff. So go ahead and tell them what you do.
Okay. So first off, I feel like probably my biggest thing that I do is if they are even at the $100 range, I pick a product that I feel like they're going to like to get them to that $150. Because let's face it, everybody complains about our $9.95 shipping. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I always say to them, like, okay, for example, if they're at $130, I'll be like, all right, so you really should add the face wash in for multiple reasons. But one, because you'll absolutely love it. Two, you're going to get better results with what you're using. And three, because if you pay for shipping, you're going to already pay for the face wash without getting the product. Mm-hmm. So I use face wash as my upsell a lot. I use, if they are getting just the eye serum, nobody just buys eye serum. You buy eye serum and hydrogels because if you want the results like you see on the pictures, then you got to get the eye serum and the hydrogels. And now you're at $100. So, okay, do you have trouble sleeping? Like I always seem to, I think because I'm a good communicator, that's probably why. I try, like Lisa said, I try and figure out what they are looking for, but nobody just buys night cream. Nobody just buys day cream. You buy them together. And if they're at $140, then I add in the hydrogels or the face wash. If they are buying night cream and day cream, and every once in a while this happens, you get somebody who gets their order like 2 weeks late, like is happening now. So, they literally just got their product when their next product's supposed to ship. And unfortunately that happens in our business. So when that happens, I usually will try and upsell them with the youth factor. So, you're using these awesome products on your face. Now I want to talk to you about anti-aging from the inside out. Let's reduce your wrinkles from the inside out. Here's some of the benefits of Youth Factor. I'm going to send you a quick video on it. This is what I would recommend that you start to use this month because you'll see better results with using the night cream. So Youth Factor is my definite upsell for my night and day people. Nobody just buys one firm. You got to buy two, you get free shipping. You're going to go through it, sell it to one of your friends, but you're crazy not to get two. I always, if somebody wants one firm, I say, okay, if you buy 2, you get free shipping. This month, you buy 2, you get free shipping and a sunscreen for $44, that's valued at $44. So really you're going to get 3 products for like the price of what one usually is. Okay. So those are my absolutes. You never buy sleep chews without the day chews. That's silly. They're not going to work the way that you want them to. So if somebody's just like, oh, I just have trouble sleeping, I'm like, okay, well, you need to use the day chews so the night chews work better. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to think what other products. Face wash, the acne pads. I don't ever just sell acne pads. You got to buy the face wash with it. Mm-hmm. So see what I'm like, figure out, for me, I always figure out what products go hand in hand for people and then upsell them that way. And I'll be honest with you, like when you're think about it, people upsell you all the time. You go to Old Navy's website and before you check out, they say, hey, you are $20 away from free shipping. And what do? You go back and you're like, all right, darn it, I'll buy the leggings. Because like people see free and their mind instantly is like, okay, I'll spend the extra $50 just to get free shipping. Yeah. So people like the word free. Yeah. So whatever that, so get them to that 150 mark, whatever that looks like. So if they're just buying night and day, let's say they're just buying night and day chews, but you can tell that from their pictures, they have really bad bags under their eyes. Then I'll say something like, hey, you really should try these hydrogels too, because you'll absolutely love them. They're must-haves. The other thing I would say is Prolistic with Firm. That is a really good one because most firm users want flatter bellies, and that's one of the benefits of Prolistic. So that's how I feel like I get my customer sales up higher each month, is just because I just keep suggesting it. Listen, the worst thing they say is, no, I just want one firm, thank you, and I'll pay the $9.95 shipping and the $12 tax or whatever it is, and I'll pay whatever. Like, fine, you can do that too. But I mean, you won't get the sale if you don't ask. So, and for this customer of mine that orders $400, she orders Firm, she orders eye serum, she orders hydrogels, she orders 3 Youth Factor tablets because all of her family takes them, and she orders Youth Factor drink and Prolistic. And that's how her order is up over 400. She has yet to try night and day cream from me because she said she loves her skincare regimen and doesn't want to switch yet. But I feel like once she does that, she'll be ordering our entire set like every single month. So just because she loves it. And I'm not switching her to a brand partner because I love my customer sales the way they are. People, just because they love the product doesn't mean that they have to be a brand partner. Keep them as customers. You're crazy to switch them over and to suggest being a brand partner if you don't think they're going to be a good brand partner. They're basically taking away from your sales bucket at that point. So if you have good customers, unless they are like asking questions about the business, hands off and keep them as good customers and let it be, because those truly make the best customers, and those truly keep your sales bucket continuously up over 3,000. Thanks.
Okay, that's it for the questions. Thank you all for being on the panel and answering those questions tonight. I think we'll take a couple minutes and do some question and answers. Paula got on. We'll let her end our call on a positive note like she always does. So any questions for anybody or for me, anything that we covered that you might have a question about? Good.
Just to let you guys know, in your chat box, the 3 little dots down at the bottom, you can save the chat, and that will save it to your desktop. It'll save it anywhere. If you're on a computer, you can save it. I don't know if you can do it from your phone, but your chat will save that way, and that way you have all that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm on an iPad and I don't have those 3 little dots that you're talking about, and And
It looks really tiny. It's for me. Of course, I'm not wearing my glasses, but
I don't know
it's
if you can
very
see it on the
tiny.
iPad.
You mean where it says
iPad.
more?
I have
It says
three
more?
dots where it says more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
have
then
the
I don't
three
see how
dots
to
that
save
say
a chat.
more.
It'll
It
say
says
save chat.
meeting settings, virtual background, raise hand, or disconnect audio. That's
Okay.
all it says.
No, I don't have those. I have the three
Maybe
dots
it's
that
just
say
on a
more, but then
computer.
I
Maybe
don't
it's just on a computer, I
Share
think.
my
Not on an
connected
iPad,
phone.
I don't think.
You have to actually open up the Zoom group chat, and to the
Yeah.
right where it says everyone, there's a little box with 3 dots.
Yep. And
No,
then
I don't
it's
have
just,
that.
yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
then
think it's on the
people on the
iPad.
iPad screenshot it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
screenshot your.
I saw Marie. She had her camera out.
That's
I just-
exactly what I did.
I did too.
I took pictures of them as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Copy and
hard
paste
because then
it
you
from
get
the
everyone's
chat.
faces in the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Wow.
don't care. Oh, I
Thanks
don't
for the
care
younger
about that.
generation on
In the
here.
chat.
Any other questions?
Oh, what? How much did you? You never said how much that person pays for nutrition stuff.
Yeah, was it 400? Is it?
400.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
well-
meant there was like she was paying at. I
Oh
thought you
no.
meant-
Oh no,
Oh,
Kayla,
supplements.
on the internet.
Oh, yeah. She's now a brand partner actually. She used to pay over $500 for all of her nutrition
A
supplements
month.
every month.
Holy cow!
There's lots of people out there that do that. A lot of you do not
Listen,
have
if you-
nutrition customers. You're afraid to talk to them about our awesome nutritional products. Tomorrow night,
Yeah,
Kayla, Darlene, and Paula are doing a Zoom. So even if you just want to get on and learn more about the nutritional products, if you don't think you really don't have just like our day, our night, our wash, our Prolux. You don't have to be a salon owner to sell our Prolux. You don't have to have a clinical degree to sell our nutritional products. They sell themselves. They work. People buy these products. They buy them. Marilou?
No, I just want to add to that, and it's true, your customers that do use the EFT and the Youth Factor or the Prolistics, they will continuously have that monthly because it's going to run out, you guys. You know, they take it religiously. So the EHT, I'm like, I have a customer that has been on EHT forever and a Youth Factor, and because it's not like creams where you might run out in 6 weeks or 7 weeks. This is a 30-day supply, and if they take it religiously, they're going to want it monthly. So if you want those, put everybody on EHT. That's $60. That's your $55 per customer. That would count towards your 9 PCs.
Right.
Listen, if
And
you
PC
think-
55.
55.
Or like
That's your
Kayla
PC
said, get
55.
them if they're your anti-aging skincare customers and during
Your
day
Youth
and
Factor,
night, or just every other month they're doing something like that. Get them on Youth Factor. We had a big call on Youth Factor and what it does. Get them to take Youth Factor. I can tell you, once they get hooked on these products, they absolutely will not stop taking them. My EHT, I have 4-year, I can't even tell you how many, but for 4 years they've been taking EHT. Month in, month out. Youth Factor since we got it.
If you guys think of these wellness supplements as medication.
Yeah, I do.
That's exactly,
I do.
Okay.
I have a question.
So, go ahead.
All right, so I have just 2 questions. So the first one is about the wellness. So when I come across I'm trying to talk to them about the wellness, and I've educated myself of the Youth Factors and Prolistic and whatnot, and I'm talking to them about it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm all set. I have my own wellness stuff I take," and I'm like, "Oh, well, what are they? Tell me what you use and stuff." And I can't get them to switch, and even if I give them samples, which I have, the amount of samples that I give them, it's not enough to make them, like I haven't had much luck. I have 2 people that are now on the wellness. I have 2, and so far so good. But trying to get people that are already regulated on their own from whatever they're taking, and to try to get them to try ours, I'm finding difficult to do that. So that's one of my downfalls. The second one with the hair care, I have somewhat of it's a distant cousin that's a hairdresser here on the Cape. Now, she is super interested in watching the videos. She loved it. I reached out, and Mary Lou helped me, told me what to say to her. I wasn't sure how to go about it. I don't usually see her. She helped me say something to her. She got right back to me, sent her the videos. She was very, very nice about it. But she says, I work for a salon that has a contract with Bumble and Bumble. So, and then I was just like, okay. So then I remember what Autumn said, because Autumn has a contract with her stuff. So she inadvertently has them watching her social media to see, like, so that, so the whole thing, and I'm not really sure what to do with it now with her. I'd like to get her on a Zoom or get her on something so she can see a little bit more and ask some questions with all of you on a Zoom. She seems interested, but where she's under a contract working at a salon for somebody else who owns the salon. So, that's two of my dilemmas with the health, the wellness, and then the hair care.
Kayla, do you want to answer the wellness question?
Honestly, I feel like for me, first off, I for those people that I'm trying to switch over to wellness from skincare, I usually do use samples. I let them try it. I let them experience it. I let them feel it. I let them see the benefits of it. Honestly, the product that I send them that they see a result the quickest is our Choose.
Mhm.
So that usually gives them an idea. The Choose, like they'll feel results because that's what they're looking for, is a feeling with our supplements. So I usually will, like, that is like, what that is like sampling eye serum. So like, you sample eye serum and they're like, okay, these products really work. Okay, I kind of get it. That's what Choose do. So if you sample the Choose first and say like, okay, so I just want to give you a good night's sleep tonight and let you experience these Choose and so you can see kind of what our wellness products are about first. And I usually send them a 4-day supply because
okay.
Yes, because
Day and night.
Choose, yes, the day and night, because the Choose, you have to let them, it's day 3 and day 4 that they start to sleep good. Every once in a while, you'll get one that takes one chew and they like knock out and it was like the best thing that ever happened to them. But for the most part, it's 3 and 4 days that they start to really feel it. Youth Factor, nobody notices a difference with Youth Factor other than the taste. They have to be on that product for 90 days. So that's a hard one. Prolistic, some people do notice a difference with Prolistic. So that would be the other one. So I wouldn't necessarily send them Youth Factor or EHT right off the bat. I would probably send them a product like Choose or Prolistic to help them to kind of gain confidence in our wellness products. Just that's what I would do.
Because I've been
You
doing
could send it in a thank you, like a little thank you packet for being a great customer this month or next month. Do a thank you. Just wanted to thank you for being a loyal customer. Here's some of our wellness products, that kind of thing, Sharon. That way you get them to have a taste of what we do.
Yeah, I definitely have. I just wasn't putting enough in the samples, I think. So I think I'll go a little bit heavier on them.
And don't forget,
I usually do day 3 and 4.
Yeah, but don't forget, you guys, with the wellness, don't forget to use the 30-day money-back guarantee, because the company is not going to look for. I mean, you could say, well, I've used up 29 Pixie sticks of the Prolistic powder, didn't do anything for me. I think at that point you could say that they're really looking a way out. They don't want to continue, but they could use the whole 30-day money back. It's 30-day money back guarantee. The box could be empty. What are you going to return? Nothing. So I give that. You can't. I mean, I tell them when I'm giving them the Youth Factor, it's really just tasting it. The wellness, and I am with Kayla 100% with the wellness Choose. That it's like 3 or 4. For me, the magic number was the 3rd night. It didn't do anything for me on the 1st and the 2nd night. I give 3, but push for the 30 days. Let them pay for it. And what I even try to offer, listen, if it didn't work for you, I'll pay for it. I mean, I'll give you your money back, but our company will do that. So I think the confidence that you display, that you are 100% confident about your products. So,
Darlene, did you want to share
something? I think it's really important if you're going to deal on nutritional, and I was one of those people who spent $300-400 a month. You have to find out why they're taking nutritional. You know,
Okay.
ask them question. It's like Kayla said, open that communication. You know, is it brain fog? Do they have a memory issue? Do they have Alzheimer's in the family? Do they have chronic fatigue? Are they tired and sluggish? Do they have gut issues? Ask them that question, you know, narrow it down a little bit. And when you do, like Kayla did that thing on what is in these products, and you break down how much money you would have to spend a month on a set product, you know, those are tools that you can use, saying, you know, that's great. It's a bummer you have to use all that, but you know what? I bet we can narrow it down. That may help them make it easier to make that jump.
Okay.
Sure did for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Just don't be afraid to share what you're using and what you're doing. Your customers are, from the very beginning, they buy you. It's the whole know, like, and trust thing. They're buying skincare and daycare and, you know, all your derm products because of who you are and because they know you. So the same thing with the other products that are out there, even the hair products. I had a real mental block, went with this hair thing in the beginning, and I was like, I'm going for it, you know, and I sold 10 like that because, you know what, I thought, this was in November, but I just did the same thing now because I reached out to those customers and new ones. And it's like, these products work. Every one of them works just like your favorite product. Whatever your favorite product is, why you said yes, why you're doing this, why you're on this call tonight, each and every one of those other products out there get the same results. May not be for you, but might be for somebody down the road, you know? So don't be afraid to just share, because, and that's how you're going to build a bigger customer base. You're going to build, you know, more customers because you're sharing more opportunity and more products. And the ingredients in these products are like none other out there. Like, I just listened to Amber's call again or talk again on the Prolux and what's in those products and why it's so different. There's not a shampoo and conditioner out there or even the serum out there that everybody can use the same thing. I mean, men can use it, women can use it, color treated hair can use it, African Americans use it. Everybody can use this product. It's the same thing as our day and night cream. It's age intelligent. Every one of our products is intelligent. That's how they formulated it. So it doesn't, you know, we don't have like dry shampoo for dry hair and shampoo for oily hair. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so just be confident in what they've given us. If you need more confidence to sell the products, print out your global training guide, which is under your marketing center. Print that out so you have it right there. So it's a great reference for you. Read through it at night instead of watching TV. That will give you confidence. Get on the videos, watch the videos. Like you heard me say today, I watched 3 Prolux videos today, just so that if somebody asked me a question, I could answer it. Like, what's in the IntelliGray? What's different from the shampoo than buying, you know, the shampoo on, you know, over the counter? So, you know, you want to be prepared so that you can answer the questions. If you don't have an answer, you just say, you know what, that's a great question. I know I can find that answer out for you. That's how you need to answer it. So Sharon, as far as your gal with the Prolux, how I would answer that question is say, you know what, I really don't know, you know, but what I would want you to do is, how about if you give me your opinion? What if I give you the set to try for a week? Because this is another salon owner, right? And I want your professional opinion on these products.
That's what I said to her. And I told her that. Good. And she said, absolutely, she would try it.
Good. Let her try it, let her experience it. And that's what happened with Autumn Wentling. She experienced the products and then she went from there.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. And tell them you want their opinion. That's a great
and I do want her opinion because she is a hairstylist.
Right.
So, you know.
Okay. Any other questions before Paula comes on?
Can I just add for upselling? Because I know a lot of you probably have customers that have eye serum. And this was a great tip from our dear Karen. I upsell Illuminaboost to those people who use eye serum, you guys. Because those people who use the eye serum have bags, just like me, puffy eyes.
Just like me.
It's just in the genes, but you know, puffy eyes and dark circles. Well, the Illuminaboost soften, it really helps soften the eye serum and the use of the eye serum. And I just saw in one of the groups, somebody was asking, well, what do you say when it's all powdery? And I suggested the IllumiBoost because since I started using it with the IllumiBoost, it doesn't give me that powdered, dried up look matte. It's like a matte look on under the eyes, right? So you could upsell your IllumiBoost if you don't have, if you're looking to upsell another product yet. So your eye products with the IllumiBoost, and it also helps with age spots.
Right.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yep. Perfect.
Paula.
Can I add a little tip real quick?
Sure.
Karen?
Sure.
All right, so I just found this out, right? So on Go Prospects, I don't know, could you see? And then you see all the flyer at the top. If you hit like the hair, all the hair right there. Do you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Thank you. Not everybody does, so thank you.
Yeah.
And if you have any hair questions,
Vanti.
Vanti has her own salon, has sold a ton of Prolux, and can help you with those questions too. And she'd be a great, she's helped some other salon owners with questions that they have. So we've got our own stylist on our own team. So you can use her, she'll help you. She does a great job with knowing about Prolux and what it does compared to the other products out there and what the other salons are using. So thank you, Vanti.
You're welcome.
Paula.
Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I got to get on. I had quite a day today. This was awesome. And I've learned a lot. I wrote a lot of notes. So this is funny, Vanti, that you just chimed in, and Dr. Kayla, and then we have Darlene, who's dermatology stuff. We've got Karen, who's chiropractic wife, and we understand nutrition. We've got, I mean, just like, look at the group of this people. So I ran across this thing that just from Jack Canfield, and it was like, okay, you guys, here it is. Make a conscious effort to surround yourself with positive, nourishing, and uplifting people, or smart, educated people, like all of you guys, who believe in you, encourage you, and go after your dreams and applaud your victories. And that's what we do as this team. We applaud each other. And so thank you for the brilliance that you guys shared on getting your 3,000. And I'm going to have my 3,000 this month for the first time in a very long time. And I'm going to try to hang on to it. It's my goal. So thank you. And God bless all of you.
Bless you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.